Hello, my friends, and welcome back to a continued blind Let's Play of Homestuck. My name is FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel, and do not adjust your TV sets. The comics is going through a bit of a troubling time right now, and yeah, crazy things are happening. Yeah, it looks like this works now. Those don't work, but this one looks like it works. So let's go ahead and get started with page 6405. I hope you all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. Before we jump in here, wow, those cool new cartridge features have exploded onto your desktop computer once again. Now we're talking. This is some serious Web 2.0 stuff right here. Maybe even 3.0? Web, dare you say? Yes, you do dare say. Just so you don't have to read this whole stupid paragraph yet again. Web 3.0 it is. The important thing is it appears the Rose of Terezi arc is available now. So you click on that and read it. If this thing breaks one more time, I'm going to repost all the Leprechaun Woman stuff here instead. God, I hope not. Please don't. Please, for the love of all that is holy, don't. Alright, so we got Rose and Terezi chilling out here. Terezi, what are you doing here? Nothing. Alright then. What exactly are we supposed to be doing here? Looks like something out of Super Mario Brothers. Why did she group the two seers together? Was there a point to that? What is her goal with these divide and conquer tactics? Everything is so unclear. Threads leading to the most fortuitous outcomes have gotten so badly tangled. I can't tell if it's a hangover or if it's something else is happening. Something out there, unaccounted for. Why can't I see it? Why have I become so blind again? No offense, Terezi. Are you talking to me? No, I'm talking to myself. Why? Stop making me yell. I still have a headache, and so do you. Alright, sorry. Why am I thinking to myself? I think I spent too much time around Dave. I've also probably spent too much time sharing his genes. Why must a family tree be plagued by so many shameless soliloquists? I wonder if our young parents are like this. I wonder if I'll ever find out. And what should I do in the meantime? Should I really work on completing my personal planetary quest? That whole thing where I learned to play the rain? I guess I should feel exhilarated to have the chance again after all these years. Of course I should. But then? Why does it sound like such a drag? I haven't played the violin in a long time. I wonder if I even remember how. Honestly, I can't recall ever feeling less motivated to satisfy a looming obligation. I think my quest was fundamentally bound to the nature of this land, which was customized to the profile, needs, and potential for ghosts of a 13-year-old girl. But I'm not that person anymore. What if I just don't bother doing it? Like, ever? Would anyone notice my dereliction? Would the powers that be strike me down while loaf? What if I just said, screw it? What then, silly pink tortoise shells? I guess I should stop procrastinating and have this conversation with Kanaya. She capitalized that. I noticed. Tentacle therapist began pestering Grim Auxiliatrix. So, have you made any progress in determining what are malefactors went from you in Karkat? Yes. Well? Oh, she wants us to speak with Echidna. And? Are you still there? Yes. Speak to her about what? About releasing the new vlog. I see. At least it would seem you have a project. President and I have received no such instruction. Hello? Hi. Yeah. Do you want to talk about my problem? What problem? The one pertaining to my substance abuse. Oh, right. Okay. Are you busy? You seem preoccupied. No? Well, yes, sort of. What are you doing? I'm just buying some things. You're buying things? What things? Just some provisions. Like what? And from whom? A local vendor. Are you in a concert village? Do those shops only sell jars of bugs and such? You're not buying jars of bugs, are you? No, definitely not jars of bugs. No. I'm confused. Could you be a little more descriptive? I really should go. Let's talk about my problem later. Your problem? Don't you mean my problem? Yes, definitely. Bye. She's trolling. Looks like she's making stuff out of stuff. But why? What's going on there? The ledge just flowed down. Terezi, where are you going? Wraps her around her eyes. Clown hunting. Oh, that was fast. Scroll all the way to the bottom before leaving this page. Wow. Wow, indeed. Here you go. Erin's exposition on Leprechaun romance in its entirety, unedited and censored as promised. Oh, God, no. Oh, I don't want to read this. I'm not going to read it in her voice, though. That would be a lot to read really, really fast. And it's already painful enough, okay? And it's written badly, too, so it's hard to read anyway. The problem is that when the subject of leprechaun romance is broached, our overly obsessive troll intellects instantly assume the most ingratiating posture of admiration imaginable, which makes it hard. Hard to give a proper academic focus, I mean, because of how great it is. But we will do our best to understand regardless. Trolls have only 4 forms of romance, and though we consider it a complicated subject spanning a wide range of emotions, special conventions, and implications for reproduction, it is ultimately a superficial slice of what leprechauns consider the full body of romantic experience. Our concept of romance, in spite of its capacity to fill our art and literature and to rule out individual destinies like little elves, is still just that. A single quaternary concept, a concept usually denoted by 4 symbols. And if you like the fact that I'm suffering through this, don't forget to give this video a thumb up, to like the video and subscribe. There's a good chance you probably skipped over this entire section and you have no idea I said that. Matter of fact, I could probably just say whatever the heck I want right now for like 4 minutes while looking like I'm scrolling through the page. And no one would probably know that I skipped this entire section because you all probably skipped this entire section. But if you're here and watching me suffer, I hope you enjoy. Leprechaun romance is more complicated than that. Leprechaun romance needs 9 symbols. The 9 quadrants of leprechaun romance are considerably more nuanced than our quaint notions of romance, and certainly more alien. In fact, so conditioned is my own understanding of romance that I can't help but refer to them as quadrants. When in fact they are not quadrants at all, they're referred to as charms. Ah, you guys steal my lucky charms. One of the charms is characterized by romantic love, as understood by both trolls and humans. But after that, all bets are off. There is no division between black or red, constituent or conciliatory. Instead, their charms comprise a spectral continuum of more subtly varying types of relationships, most of which are established in mutual chicanery, such as the exchange of pranks, queer riddles, slapstick shenanigans, and games of chance. Furthermore, a pair of leprechauns is not limited to a single charm. A relationship may be defined by multiple charms at once. In fact, some of the most interesting relationships arise from exotic charm combinations. A stable relationship consisting of 3 or more charms is called a trove. These advanced relationships are often viewed as the ideal end result for a romance, much the way certain pairing rituals are for humans. No charm is specifically tied to procreation, though any type of relationship could begin waxing conspicuous if Lady Luck should so decide. Certain charm combinations are known to be more conducive to fertility than others. If the leprechaun pair has been so blessed, they will begin an elaborate coupling procedure culminating in a lively mating jig. The jigs are specific to the charms of nature, similar to how different kinds of music lend themselves to various styles of dance. While the romance is endlessly captivating, leprechaun reproduction may be the most interesting subject of all, particularly from a perspective of a detailed and anatomical study, which I will get to shortly. But first, it bears pointing out that while for humans reproductive relationships are exclusively heterosexual, and for trolls they are bisexual, for leprechauns they are yeah. It is possible to restore the glitch text by messing around in Photoshop. English version is here. Well, kind of. Turns out this one cannot be encoded entirely. Also, we recommend reading it as it goes further into Aaron's entire earlier explanation. Oh, and read the original text as far as you can. The edit image starts with the glitches and then show earlier text. Ah, spelling error. Haha. It's just a glitch. Okay. For leprechauns, they're exclusively homosexual. Yes, you heard that right. That means the felt are all super gay. A graphic description of the reproductive process is as follows. Weird fog, yeah. Muppet buttocks. Chafing, wriggling, puppet pelvis, magic gnome phallus, elf eggs. What the heck am I reading? I don't want to read any of this. This is really, really gross. Dragging across the gleeful faces. Wrist deep in puppet behind. Pro buttocoplips. The nice bottoms, and they're jutting out in impudent. Yes, wonderful. Oh. Why is this here? Ah! I didn't even know how to. What do I do to skip? Apparently, that's what I do. What the heck? See, look, one of your time doubles is predetermined to come from a few minutes of the future and appear behind me for a surprise attack right about now. No, wait. Now. Why do your future self belong such I told you I'm not traveling. I think I'm giving up on it entirely. Uh-oh. Okay. That was that page. So it looks like we're looping back again. But we're not actually looping. We're not time traveling. We're messing with the fabric of reality. Hey, you shouldn't be here. What? We're like talking to ourselves while the conversation's going on. Huh? A6A6I1? Oh, Act 6, Animation 1. Oh, this is so weird. They're like messing with the entire page. What the heck? Gotcha. Retcon, hard to explain. Just go take a look for yourself. Keep going forward until you reach Web 2.0 Infinites. No need to read anything, just skip forward. Oops. Did I just screw that up? Oh, dang it. I didn't. Oh, wait. No. I just opened up a new page. It opened up a new page. I think I do this and then I do this. Keep going forward until you reach the Web 2.0 interface. Yeah, I went back a bunch of pages. The heck? The comic has... So he stopped himself from stopping this. And now we're back here? Yeah, so we basically undid everything that we redid by not doing it in the first place. Even though we did it, we stopped ourselves from doing it. So all that we just read about us stopping the mayor from being pushed in the lava no longer matters because none of it actually happened, even though it did happen, but it didn't happen because we stopped ourselves from making it not happen, even though it happened. It didn't happen because we stopped it from happening, but now it happened. Yeah, sure. Gotcha. This is like the rest of the comic. Like all 1,000 pages of this. Hmm? Is that supposed to be me? Oh, what? It still keeps happening. You come to the sobering realization that things will never stop from keep happening constantly. And you can't take it anymore. Well, that's dark. Stop fooling around and go find Roxy, you dumb goof. Bop, zap. Who's Roxy? Ow! Who's Roxy? Zap. Uh-oh. I can't click the dialogue box. Whoosh. The heck? It is just you and I now, Jake. Oh, this is Jane. Hold on. But she's being mind controlled by the HIC, right? So do I give her the HIC voice or? It is just now you and I now, Jake. Alone at last. Gulp. And this is Jake, not John. Oh, he's got his outfit on now. Jane, can you please just tell me what in the Sam Hill is going on? Haven't you kept me pinched in the Huska long enough? The Husko? The what? Yeah, exactly. The what? The what? What happened to my grandma? She seems so nice, then all of a sudden, whammo, she's a gruesome monster. And what's with the thing she zapped on your head that flipped your cuckoo fruitcake switch? Is that what made you lose your marbles, Jane? And why'd you have to plant such a spanking haymaker on the old breadbasket? That really hurt. It still hurts. And why, oh why, must my bottom rock these snug custard undies, while you get to look like such a doggone baddie? Am I at least permitted to put on a respectable pair of frickin' shorts? Absolutely not. Purr. But Jane, Jake, be quiet. Having recently been crowned the supreme being of pure logic, my tolerance for antiquated horse nonsense has fallen to nil. I'm sorry, Jane. You know what a shameless blatherskite I can be. Especially when I'm nervous. I start bumping my gums and prattling my screwball poppycock till I'm blue in the pus. You know how rough it's been for me, Jane. After we almost popped the broom, and then Dirk slipped me the mitten over the whole trickster's sock dolliger. It all caught me flat-footed and knocked me right into a cocked hat. If squirreling me away in the color boots like this is payback for the way I behaved, you got to believe me. I never meant to hurt you, Jane. I behaved. I lost my line. I never meant to hurt you, Jane. There. I'm doing my best here, and that's a real Simon Pure Scout's honor. Ark, Jake, now you've done it. You made me exclaim in frustration audibly. If your intent is to welcome another knuckle sandwich instead of my reasoning for your captivity, then go on. Say one more thing that sounds like something a corny old man would say. I die you. Double gulp. That's what I thought. Aww. Listen carefully, prisoner. I stand to inherit the new empire very soon. When Earth has reached its final destination, it will be repopulated with a fresh brood of loyal subjects over whom I will rule absolutely. But I will not rule alone, Jake. Oh no, I will need a husband to rule by my side. And that is where you come in. Whimper? You and I will be wed, and we will rule my empire together with an iron oven mitt. However, that mitt will be worn by me and me alone. You will have no executive authority whatsoever because you are too stupid. You will always do exactly what I say. When I say it, you will be obedient, cheerful, mostly silent, and scantily clad. Is that understood? Sob. You will also provide me with children, as my imperial legacy will continue, and the Cocker brand will live on in infamy. You will sire as many children as I ask for, and they will all be perfect, obedient little heirs and heiresses. You do remember our recent agreement to have a zillion babies, don't you, Jake? I do hope you were not planning to renege on this vow. Sob, sob, sob. Our children will rule the empire when we are gone, which of course will be never, because we will be eternally young and beautiful and immortal and in love forever and ever. We will travel the galaxy, conquering planets and expanding my empire. No alien world will pose any resistance to our forces. Especially not once I figure out how to unlock all that incredible page of hope potential hidden away in your pathetic, hunky body. Please, no, Jane, don't do this. I don't want to get married or sire children or rule an empire. I'm scared and sad and afraid, and I don't want to do this adventure anymore, and I just want to go home. Please, let me go back to Earth, Jane. Just like it used to be. I just want to go back to my pumpkin patch in the jungle when things were simpler and all I had to worry about was being tackled by a feisty robot. I want to go back to when I didn't ruin all my friendships, and when you didn't hate me, and when you didn't go crazy, tell me you'd be a loyal, weird, moral husband slave. Ew, dude! Don't blow your nose on the cake. Wait, where did dirt come from? Huh? Brain Ghost Dirk. You've got to do something. I'm sorry, man. I'd like to help you out, but I'm not real. Dagnabbit. Are you sure there's nothing that you can do? I'm only as real as your ability to believe in me, man. But I do believe in you. I believe in everybody. Yeah, right. You never really believed in anyone your whole life, and you know it. Everything's always been about you. Don't you remember? You already had this epiphany, you dingus. I can only become truly real if you ever managed to harness those bomb-as heck cold powers that she mentioned. Then again, if you actually did that, well, you wouldn't even need my help. But I can't, and I don't want to be a pawn in a lecherous baby-making pastry empire. Jake. Lover. Well, will you stop crying? It's reflecting poorly on both of us. Sorry. Hey, did you shave your legs? No, I think the magic Godtier fire burned it all off. Gosh dang, they're so smooth. A car could swerve out of control on those games. I know, it's really weird. Speaking of legs. Yeah, the little poofy butthole pants. I know. Is that really what you're wearing now? Yeah. Sweet. Nah. Jake, to whom are you talking? The brain goes dark. Brain goes dark? Yes. You are lying. No, I'm not. Brain Ghost Dirk sounds almost as fake as he is completely made up. But... for goodness sake. For the face. Just a shake. Pull yourself together, Jake. Your behavior is repugnant and has no place in my empire. What kind of man are you? What kind of suitor to an heiress sweeps uncontrollably with his imaginary friend's existence is called into question? Man, she has a point there. Dude, Dude, would you quit bawling already? I mean, stand up like a man and punch her in the face or something. But I don't want to be a man. I want to punch her in the face. Punch him in the face now. Nobody. Just sickening to think I wasted my youth finding a revive magnet like you. Jake, you should not be misled when I simply imply that I love you, or when I command you to marry me and sire my children. In truth, I detest you, and if not for certain assets you possess, I would be sorely tempted to fork you full of holes right now and feed your remains to my daughter. But I won't. You're lucky, you're so hot. Ooh, the wind. Swoosh. Hey, it's a pumpkin. Hello? Is anyone inside that thing? Who goes there? Don't worry, I'm not a villain. I'm just passing through, looking for someone. I was told to find a girl named Roxy. Roxy, huh? Sounds like a babe. Yeah, maybe. Do you know her? Kinda. Really? Have you seen her? Nope, not in a while, I'm afraid. Darn it. I could help you find her, though, with a series of X and Wills and clues, each more bewildering than last, each less severity than last. For I am the Sphinx of this pyramid, and that sort of core BS is the stuff that I get to every day. All pyramids have Sphinxes, I decided just now. No, that sounds really dumb. I would rather just have some straight about, information as to her whereabouts. Stroke Sphinx her chin enigmatically. Can you at least tell me what she looks like? Well, the thing is, she's hard to recognize lately. She started wearing a mask for some stupid reason. Maybe it's just to avoid detection from stupid boys. Just walk at you for your information. You just, what? Nothing. Alright, well, can you tell me where and when you last saw her? Heck yes, it was the last time I looked in a mirror. There's no mirrors in jail though, which is a shame. I used an aloe to that stone cold fox to get me through for the nights. Hardest time I've ever done. Oh my god. It's you. How could I possibly fall for such a stupid prank? Eka mate, freaking yeah. You're almost as global as English. How perfect is that there's some kind of family trait? What? You must be John, right? Yeah? How did you know that? Because Jake rambled about meeting you a bunch of times. You also sound like him. Oh, it seems you have me at a disadvantage then. Which is impressive, considering you were in jail and also in the little green pyramid thingy for some reason. Did you actually build that thing? F yeah. That's cool. It's like a little fort. I built a fort once in my room. I made it out of bedsheet and some quartzite dowels. Then my friend threw it in a bottomless pit. Haha, that's awesome. It was alright. No, but for real, don't wreck my fort or I'll screw you up. I wouldn't dare. Aren't you going to come out so I can see you? I would, but I've been trying to concentrate on something, so I built this sick pyramid deal to help focus my brain chi and spiritual magics, and if at all possible, to put my chakras at the yin yang. Is it working? No, but at least it's nice and dark and quiet in here and free distractions. Or was it until the guy came along looking for some chick? What are you trying to do exactly? I had to make a spike ball appear out of thin air, but all I can make are these lame cubes. You made all these cubes? Yep. Well, that's a neat power. Thank you. I also made some pumpkins. Cubes of pumpkins. The manifestation of amateurs. They're basically freebies for void players, I think. I remember making some of these cubes with my alchemitor. I think that's what a blank card makes. So yeah, they're super primitive. But making pumpkins is pretty impressive. They're like these big old vegetables. No, dude. Pumpkins are hell so primitive. Void-wise, they're like the middle square on bingo card. Coming up a dumb gourd ain't nothing to write home about. Well, if you're really having trouble, I know a thing or two about learning to use Godtier powers. Maybe I could help? Doof. Oh, I gotta peek out. Really cool scene here. Hey, look, it's Jake stuffed in a blue one sock. Haha. Huh? Never mind. So, what kind of hot god tier tricks can you teach me? Tricks? I guess I don't know any actual tricks per se, aside from how to use some of my powers. But I don't know if the same tricks apply to using your powers. You said you could help though? I said maybe I could. I don't know. I was just throwing it out there. Like, maybe if I told you about some of the experience I had when I was learning to do my windy stuff, you might have some kind of 40 epiphany. A 40 epiphany? Yeah. Okay then, I'm all ears, Johnny Woodsock. Let me lose your wisdom while I awaken the epiphanies. Okay, I've noticed when I learn to do new things with my powers, it's usually in response to do something. Like someone important that has to be done. So, are you trying to make this spike ball? And how important does it feel to you? Well, at first I was mainly trying to make it because Doggo was forcing me to. But now I think I keep trying because I'm certainly obsessed with making this dumb spike ball and pissed off that I can't do it. I see. What actually is this spike ball, if you don't mind me asking? It's an alien egg for the trolls to hatch them all back to life, but only be ruled by an evil witch, so it's going to be cruddy for them. So yeah, it's kind of an important thing, but at the same time, it would probably be terrible if I actually made it so. Well, then maybe the fact that you're conflicted about it is why you're having trouble. Yeah, maybe. If you think it's a point to make, why don't you give it to but don't want to give it to bad guys? Why don't you just, I don't know, break out of jail? Then you could try to make the egg at your own discretion and use it however you think is best. IDK, I broke out of here once already, and the stupid witch just stabbed me again. And that was before she recruited Jake's omnipotent goofball grandma to zap me back from the moment I stepped outside. Yeah, it's a tricky situation with Grimbark Jade on the loose, that's for sure. But I've been managing to evade her. I just swoosh the breeze around to hide my scent. And dissolve into wind and fly away as she finds me. Maybe you could try something like that too. It seems to me if anyone should be able to avoid detection using powers, it would be a void player. Get it? Avoid? As in avoid? That's a good one, actually. That's a legit sound reason, yo. And a way lame run to boot. Remember how we were just talking about how the fact that when it comes to Godtier stuff, I don't know what the F I'm doing? Oh. Yeah. Right. I like a mask. Anyway, I thought you were going to begin with the source of your ascent through the Woodsock tears. Such time through osmosis glean the vagaries of godhood. Then all I gotta do is wait for this rude tidal wave of epiphanies to direct wash over me and get me heck-wise. Then and only then I'll be able to make this stuff egg happen, okay? Okay, so where should I start? At the beginning? You mean like when I first became a god tier? Well, that's a long story. I was kind of tricked into that. It might take some setup to understand. Dude, look, I don't have grand illusions that this yarn you spin will be like some actual efficacious tutelage on stupid pajama spells. I just want to hear you talk about stuff. Want to know your stories. Go! Alright, well in that case, I guess I'll start on my 13th birthday, which was about 3 years ago, by the way. I heard about this awesome game, at least one I thought was awesome, and I wanted to play it with my friends. But it wasn't so easy to start. I had to get it from the mail, which meant sneaking around the house while avoiding my dad, which was kind of stupid and childish in retrospect, but blah 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 blah. Go on. Boyfriend material? Probably totes eligible. Mental note. Macom. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Banana sprite oil everywhere. Blah 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 blah. Daughter blah blah blah. At least I think she is blah 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 blah. Salamanders blah 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 blah. Trolls blah 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 blah. Rocket pack blah blah blah. Died. Really? Blah blah blah. Carcat blah blah blah. Ectobiology blah blah blah. Jack Noir blah blah blah. Green's ring blah 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 blah. Girl named Vriska. Blah 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 blah. Windy thing blah 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 blah. Ocean of green fire. Wow. Blah 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 blah. Quest bed blah 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 blah. Prototype blah 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 blah. Jay's omnipotent dog blah blah blah. Chess guy blah 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 blah. Flying around in my car's that's car. Blah 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 blah. Liv Tyler. Blah the battlefield blah blah blah. Huge wind drill blah 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 blah. The tumor. Blah blah. Please continue. Blah blah blah. Followed Rose blah 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 blah. Mom and dad died blah 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 blah. Kissed her back to life. Blah blah blah. The scratch blah blah record blah blah blah. The giant needle blah blah blah. Green sun blah blah blah. Reset. Godtier Jade blah 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 blah. Golden battleship. You're kidding me. Blah 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 through a giant window. 3 years later, blah 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 Con Air. Blah blah it sucked. Oh, but eventually came by senses. Yay. Blah 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 blah. Ghostbusters 2 MMORPG. Mm-hmm. Oh no, she's bored. Say more interesting things. Oh, that's kind of cute. She's thinking of him as boyfriend material. He's thinking of her as material. Blah 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 blah. Do a Jack Noir. Blah blah blah. Turn into Winner's Gate. Blah 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 blah. Cool hat with rabbit ears. Oh. Blah blah blah. Cracks in Paradox Space. Blah blah blah. Enchanted Desert. Blah blah blah. Magic Ring. Blah blah. Adventure on the High Seas. Blah blah blah. Ghostly Troll Pirates. Blah. Ultimate Weapon. Blah blah blah. Defeat Lord English. Huh? Blah blah blah. House shaped thing. Blah blah. Poke my hand inside. Blah 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 blah. And stuck in cannon. Blah blah blah, turn blurry, blah blah, clowns on top of the White House, blah blah blah, vampire hissing me, blah blah, literally inside Con Air. Blah blah blah, glitchy BS, blah blah blah, myself, blah blah blah, finally finding honey in this green little pyramid. Woo. OMG. Oh, that's all he's doing is just blah. So that's pretty much the whole story. A lot of blahs. I left a bunch of stuff out though. It's more important stuff that I forget occurs to me. I will let you know. Hey, no, that was fine. That was all great and exciting as heck. Sounds like you guys got up to a lot more crazy stuff than we did. For us, it's been mostly screwing around in session full of spooky skeletons for half a year. And then Fafetta died. The end. Fafetta? Fafetta was a dear, sweet, precious dear friend of mine. She was beautiful and sweet and lovely. She exploded. Wow. I'm sorry. Oh, we also became tricksters, which as far as things happened ago was so dumb. I guess that's kind of the epilogue of our story. Oh yeah, then we had hangovers and went Godtier accidentally. That's the double epilogue, the NX2 combo. I don't know, that all sounds pretty interesting to me. Sometimes in life, when you look back on things, it can feel like it was all boring and uneventful. But when you really think about it, you remember all these cool things that happened you forgot about. Yeah, those, them wise words, J-Sock. Anyway, if you remember more about your adventure and want to tell me sometime, I would love to hear it. Okay. But hey, I could not help but notice in your story you was talking about my mom sometimes. Your mom? Well, yeah, but I know her as your daughter. But I mean, who the heck knows at this point? I know, right? The curious case of the mutual moms, it is the biggest mystery, you know? Once I even caught wind of some lore that implied I might even be my own mom. If I had hinted that at me once during a long spiel, dang, that girl could talk. How messed up would that be, though? There's probably something to that, actually. You're all the first batch of babies, after all. I think you were literal copies of yourselves. That's what it supposedly means to be a paradox clone. Babies? What? Oh, I guess I kind of glossed over that stuff in my story, but I was the one who made us all in the first place with a weird cloning machine. No heckin' way. Is impressed. It was no big deal, though. I was just messing around with the control panel and some babies appeared. So we already met, huh? And I didn't remember because I was just some idiot baby? That ain't fair. Well, come to think of it, we met one other time too, but you were asleep. Huh? You were floating around in purple pajamas, and I pushed you out of the way of a flying fork. I almost forgot about that, but yeah, that was you, all right. You should have woke me up then. I might have, but the fork stabbed me in the chest, and Dream killed my sleep ghost or something. You know how it is with dream logic. You mean how it makes little to no sense whatsoever? Well, yeah, exactly. I guess I didn't think much about it at the time, but I had a sneaky suspicion that's who you were. You really look a lot like Rose. She was looking for you, by the way. Yeah? She told me to go find you, and I did. So she says hi. Oh man, what else did she say? She said she's looking forward to meeting you. Aww. Well, if you see her again before I do, tell her I can't wait to meet her too. Though, TBH, kind of nervous about it, but don't tell her that part, haha. Sure. I mean, there's nothing to be nervous about. She's just a nice nerd who likes to read and knit. I shouldn't be surprised to hear that. Me and all my friends are a bunch of silly nerds too. Even Dirk would think it's too cool for school. When in reality, he is nowhere close to clearing the coolness threshold which exempts one from attending an educational institution. Speaking of which, I've been wondering where he is. I know Jade's grandpa is in jail too, getting badgered by my evil Nana. You mean Jake and Jane? Yeah, sorry, but I have not seen hide nor hair of Dave's bro yet. I figured he got thrown in jail too. Although, come to think of it, it probably would have heard a bloody ruckus by now resulting from his inevitable escape attempt. I'm not worried about him though. He's good at taking care of himself. In fact, I feel like all of us will be okay now that you guys are here. But there is still one of my friends I'm worried about the most. Who? She's my best friend. Well, okay, I got a few best friends, you know? Yes. But she has always been kind of a special best friend, and last time I saw her, she was in big trouble. Oh no. Where is she? In the afterlife, being dead. Ugh. Her beau killed her, which is bad enough, but now he's out there, hunting for a ghost. She's doing her best to hide, but her beau is an awful, relentless piece of garbage, and I'm afraid that she might already be gone. You're right, that is very concerning. Who is she? Would I know of her? I don't know. How in the loop are you on the cherubs? Oh, surprisingly, I know a lot about that subject. For instance, did you know they turn into gigantic snakes when they have sex? Oh, oh, oh. I know. Weird, right? It's probably not relevant to the topic at hand, though. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, you know about Lord English, right? Uh-huh. Okay, well, she's his sister. Her name is Calliope. Oh, okay. This is starting to make sense. Yep, she's supposed to be critical to defeating him somehow. She's going on some quest out there to a deadlier version of herself or whatever. I do know that could all be true. And maybe it's selfish of me, but all I really care about now is if she's okay. I understand. She is your friend. I'd feel the same way. Wait a minute. I've got it. Got what? I have such a good idea that could solve your problem. Huh? All you have to do is bring her back to life. Huh? How? Easy. I have a magic ring. What? You have one too? Yes. Wait. What do you mean, two? You have a magic ring? I had one. Freaking lost it though. Made people invisible who put it on. Ah, no, mine doesn't do that. It brings ghosts back to light. What? No way! Yes, way. It's back in my house. I could get it right now. Dang, son. If I find this to be some truly baller happenstance, if your claim is true, I'm cry. It's quite true. It could be a piece of cake. You just wear it when you go to sleep, and when it comes with you in your dreams. Then you find your cherub friend, put it on her finger, and bring her back. I think you can only use it once though. So once she's wearing it, it would be hers forever. At least as long as she wants it. Yo, John, that's amazing. I do know that sounds like such an obscenely precious commodity. You sure you want to let me use it? Yeah, sure. It's no big deal, really. For a while, I was hanging on to it, thinking I might give it to. Oh man, this is going to sound so dumb. Hmm? Well, there was a girl I was considering giving it to for some reason. Remember, she was the diabolical one who figured prominently in my long story. Oh yeah, Fresca, right? Yeah, close enough. See, she really wanted that ring, and she found out I had it. And honestly, I'm not even sure why it even crossed my mind to give it to her. I guess it was just used to the idea that I liked her for some reason. At least I thought I did. It was a stupid idea based on hardly anything, like one day of conversations. But since I've got to know her better, I don't know. I think I might actually kind of hate her. Yeah? Yeah, she's actually pretty awful. She's so full of herself and mean to her friends and dangerous. Really, really dangerous. Ouch. Well, what can I say, John? Love sucks. Yeah, it does. Anyway, I don't think I can let anyone like that have the ring. But you don't mind trusting me with it? Nah. It's funny. After spending some time with a person who is legitimately crazy, it becomes easy to tell right when someone isn't. Lo, you sure about that? Well, yeah, I mean, everyone is a little crazy. I just mean not bad crazy. Besides, you don't even want the ring for yourself. You want to give it to someone you care about. That is what makes you one of the good guys. What a nice thing to say. I bet saying stuff like that is why you're the leader. What makes you think I'm the leader? Come on, dude, you're Ob's the leader of other Kaya team squad. I can just tell. Haha, okay. I'll take that as a compliment. Anyway, I'll go get the ring now. Yay! I'll wait here. No need to set off the alarms with the daring escape just yet. Just keep them lulled into a false sense of control of the stitch. We can start scheming under their nose while you keep sneaking around undetected. The last thing we want to do is for all heck to break loose before we knew what we were doing. Yeah, it's a good plan. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be the leader of your team squad too, right? Nah, that's Jane. As you can see, she's the one with the knack for ruthless executive authority. It's a shame she only uses it when evil, though. Yeah, maybe we could do something about that if we work together. Huh? Alright, off I go. Keep practicing your powers. See you, Roxy. Woo! I like how she built a little fort out of her mistakes or failures, whatever you want to call it. Ah, yes. Ooh. Is that it? Not quite. Flying a long way. Swoop. Where's the ring? John Egbert's ring has gone missing. What the heck? We're all completely blown away by this stunning revelation. Wow, missing really is not there, huh? It's not that interesting. Act 6, Act 6, Act 2. Oh, dear Lord. We're back in Homosuck. All right, my friends. Well, I know we're not at normal length, but this seems like a good stopping point, and I don't want to... If this goes for a half hour, I don't want to get stuck for a half hour. This seems like a good stopping point. I love reading this stuff up here as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day. Thank you for everything. I love you all so very much. And I will talk to you again very, very soon on a continued my Let's Play of Homestuck. Until then, so long. And take care. Thank you for watching this video and being the #1 YouTube community in all of YouTube. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear from you. And remember that you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. Always be true to yourself and never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.